Hi everyone, this is Kay. Welcome back to my channel today. I want to welcome you all to share my tutorial on what I'm doing for the Time is an Illusion from Stamperia folio journal. And this is up to part 2. I want to say thank you very much to all the people that have subscribed and keep subscribing. I'm just really lovely for you to do that, and I am so appreciative of all the lovely comments that people are making. So please give me the thumbs up, keep making comments, and subscribe if you want to see me next time. So for those people who have just tuned in and haven't tuned in before, I've done the cover here, and I realized after I'd done the cover, and I thought, oh no, I didn't leave a space for a closure, and I do that all the time. Anyway, we can work that out later, because I like to sort of stick the closure part under there because I don't have anything else sort of like that might work. I could wrap the ribber around. We'll see what I've got. And I've just created the measurements. So that's 9 down and 5.5 across here and here from the two parts that I folded here that were already in the folder. We're going to do the no, I haven't decorated that part there or that part there. These parts I haven't decorated because they're going to be pockets. So I'm just going to leave them for the moment. But I'm going to make the cover for the actual journal now. And the reason why I'm doing that now is so that I know what I've got left to create this bit here and other elements that I want to have in my folio journal. I call them folio journals because I like to add a reasonable bit of ephemera, so for the people to use as they like. I'm actually also making another journal at the same time off camera, where I'm just making the journal to see how that goes. I watched somebody the other day, and who just did the flip through of her journal, and I quite like what she did, and she had lots of ephemera all the way through her journal too. So I might put her link below if I can remember who it was. I think it might have been Paper Inspirations, but I'll have to have a look. Anyway, because this is 5 5 1/4, oh, not 5.5. You need to have them from the middle here. So the middle is 5.5. But you need to make it less than that so that it fits in the journal quite nicely when it's closed, because it will be closed like this, and you don't want any bits sort of hanging out the end here. So actually what I might do is measure the front just to make sure. So I've got, yes, 5.5, so I would need to make the width 5 to give 1/2 inch. 5 just to be on the safe side. 5. Can't see what I'm doing here. I don't know if you can hear my husband's playing some music in the background. He's a good soul. He's doing the ironing. Well, I'm in here crafting, mainly because I have this lung condition, and yesterday I had this bit of a body racking coughing fit, and it's always, when I have those, it always leaves me a little bit depleted the next day. So that measurement is 9, so we possibly would need to have 8.5, which would be there. 8.5, yeah. 8.5 down. So I'll just turn this around. Take this out the way now that I've got the measures. So he's got some music on, so while he's doing the ironing, he's such a lovely man. He's so helpful and looks after me really well. What I say? 8.5. We had some sad news. This is Thursday, and we had some sad news on Saturday with my younger son-in-law. He lost his brother in a motorbike accident, and we haven't been to see them because there was time needed to be with his family and things that they needed to do in terms of gathering documentation and things like that at the property that he had. No, I don't want to do that, do I? Because I want to do 10. I not 5. I want to do 10 because if I want to fold it over, it would be 10. What do you think, Kate? So we just went up to see them this morning and had a bit of a chat about the lost brother. He was 41 and they've done they don't think there's a will, so that could make things a little bit tricky for everybody, because he's had a few relationships, so just have to wait and see what the lawyer can help with. So all the videos I've posted this week were all done before I heard of the accident. This is possibly the first time I fell up to doing some videoing this week with the sad news, and also the fact that the chest has been a bit chesty. I've actually been doing the journal off camera that I've been making off camera because it's just, I don't have to worry about what I'm saying and thinking of the words I need to use, and sometimes the words, I don't know what it is about YouTube, and the words just don't seem to come. So there's the cover. Let's see if that works. I think that's perfect. That's lovely. And that's the inside. That would be a really lovely inside page for the journal. And I've gathered some things for the journal. A whole heap of things here. I'm just going to pull them over and we're going to work out what's going to go and what's not going to go. So there's all these things here. And the reason why I see people making journals on YouTube and they have everything cut down the side, but because I wanted to show you the whole process, to show you that this is the time-consuming bit, the part where you gather the things for the signature, cut them to size. And I know a lot of YouTubers who make junk journals also do a lot of ephemera in advance, whereas I don't, because I like to make the ephemera that's related to what I'm creating. So I use, like, this is a collection, obviously it's an period collection, so I like to use make ephemera usually in the collection. So that's why I might just leave that there in case I need it to make some tags or whatever with. So that's why I don't like to cut mine down in advance. And even though I didn't I'd scanned this, but I didn't do scan back to back. But it sort of came through anyway, which is a really good thing, because the paper obviously I use is not all that good quality. I quite like that. I've also got another one here, whether I'll use the other one, I don't know. Let's put it there for the moment. What else have I got hidden here? Oh yes, I scanned a doily, so I'm going to put that in. And again, I didn't do back to back. I'm still not a confident, what's the word I'm looking for, confident about doing that. What I could do, because I did 2 photocopies, I could just stick them back to back and do it that way. That way you've got the lovely doily on both sides. But on the other hand, if you leave it spare, blank, you've got a page to write on. So we might see how that goes. Or we could add it to a page there. Oh well, let's have a think about that. That's half the trouble with these things. Sometimes never know what to put in them. And I'm going to put some cream paper. I don't know if I want to do the whole coffee dyed, tea dyed paper. I find that I don't like coffee, and I don't know if working with it, the smell is going to bother me. So I haven't bothered with that. And tea dyed, I don't know. You don't really drink lots of tea. Letting go by, but that's another thing to do. And I will have to be honest, because sometimes I'm just not well enough. But so another thing to do is this year's been a bit of a bad year for my lungs. I've got interstitial lung disease, and so this year's been very. Normally in the past I used to sort of get a bit of a downturn about every month or something or other. But this year I seem to have got a downturn every two weeks, which is not good. It leaves me flat and weak and not to do much at all. I'm going to do 3, I think. 1, 2, one more. I didn't do that very well, did I? One's cut a little longer than the other. That's right, because that would be inside that one. Because sometimes, because they seem to sort of shrink inside as the more you use them, you need to go sort of smaller and smaller because of the way it sort of folds into the book. I saw somebody, they actually glued all of their pages in. I thought, gee, rather than just doing this method, they actually just made a page like this and did the next page, folded over the next, and then they glued all the pages in. It would have taken a very patient kind of person, I think, to do that, and trust your glue. So I'm just going to do 3 for the moment and see if I want any more later. There's those 3. Ooh. Trimmer going everywhere here. Just put that paper to one side. I've got a dictionary part here which I've cut out the words, but there's got the word clock and clockwork, which I might use on my tags. I'm just going to put that down there. I've got this paper that I thought matched because of the colours match, and also sort of like vintage kind of images, which to me, and like that's very vintagey as well, paper. So I thought that would tie in well, so I'm going to put that in. So let's have a look. We're going to put that in there. This is very thick, so it actually lifts like that, so I might even actually use that, put that up there, so it's like a little pocket maybe. It's very thick. Okay, so, and then we've got the envelope to go with that. I don't know if I want 2 of those cards, so just put that for there for the moment. I've got the envelope. The envelope's got the same design as the card, but it's faded, so I might just put that in the middle like that. And I've got some old book pages of the story of the Children of the New Forest, and I'm going to put that in there too because it's an old thing. I think that sort of fits with, matches the colours that I've got on this page here. But I'm going to have to join the 2 together and probably trim the outside. What have I got here? I've got more than I need, I think so. I couldn't find the middle. I couldn't find the this book wasn't sewn in, so I couldn't find the part to sort of rip out without damaging anything. So I'm going to have to trim that a bit and put some glue and washi tape to put that together. Oh, I need to go down further. It's caught. It's catching last. I hate that. Why is it catching? Probably because it's so old and maybe the blade is blunt. There's your blade blunt, possibly. Gets used a lot. The cheat method. There's a bit of sandpaper here that I've got here just to give it a bit of a rub. See if that works now. The same thing's happened again. I might have to do it the old way. Old way being draw a line and cut it. The trouble is, there's two together, and I probably won't end up cutting it straight. Let's see. I know I could use a knife, but my knife isn't all that sharp either. Craft knife that I have. Oh. Looked okay, and two stay together nicely. That's good. And I reckon that would fit in there well. Just needs a bit of cutting on the ends there, I think. So use my ruler again. I know you could tear it, but because the paper is so old, I figure that if it tear it, it might catch on something and rip even more, and then that wouldn't be a very good result for the journal itself. Oops. Now what kind of washi tape? I've got some new washi tapes. I think that might be a bit too wide. I probably should have got this out earlier. I like that one. It's got a map on it. Find the end, that would be good. And because sometimes washi tape doesn't necessarily stick all that fantastically well, I'm going to put some glue down first. It does stick, but then sometimes it doesn't stay stuck. I had my granddaughter yesterday here. She was making, and I got this glue in the two glue containers, this kind of glue, in a storage container here in front of me, and she said to me, why have you got those glues there and all those glues at the back? Because I've got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 glues at the back. And I said to her, well, these are the ones I use, and when they run out, I've got some spare. She was quite happy with that explanation. She's 4. She liked my new washi tapes that I was using. She tried them out, tried a few out. She quite liked that. She just loves to make. She loves to make, so I think that as she gets older, we'll be teaching her a few things. We made some cards. Well, I gave her some card bases and she decorated them yesterday, so that's what we did yesterday. Okay, so we have that one there, that one there, that one there. Those, like that. Is the envelope still on there? Yes, I've got some blue paper, because I thought the blue paper matched that really nicely. I thought that. Give it a bit of lift, besides all the vintage colours. I'm going to actually use 2 of those because I quite like that. Give it a bit of lift. I've got some note paper, music note paper from an old book. So pop that in too. I don't know if that probably needs trimming as well. Probably needs a bit of washi tape. I'll trim that later. And I've got this old history pages that I'd like to try and use, but we'll have to think about how I'm going to use them. I'll use them on, make a tag over them. I've got a double-sided map that I'm going to fold and use in my journal as well, because I thought that was a really good map, because again it's sort of that particular, I think I might do it that way around. The colours all match, even both sides the colours match, and that's why I chose that. But I'm going to take all this white off. Not all white, because it's a bit too white. I don't mind a bit of white, but it's a bit too white. It's stark. So as you can see, this process, I'm even like looking through my stuff to see what I had that would work. These journals, I've got some scientific journals. I thought, oh yes, I can use those. Encyclopedias, and I thought I could use that, but they didn't have anything in. One I've got has microscopic and magnets in it, but no time things. So I'm denied about leaving that, so I've not got that in the end. So I thought that would look good. But that side's a bit raggedy. I think that needs to be trimmed. Just hope that my trimmer doesn't cut the paper all terrible like it did with the. Oh, it's better. With the old vintage paper. I think it's because it was too old, the old paper. It was too old, that's why I didn't cut nicely. I might have to replace my blades though still. Perfect. This is going to be too big as well, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them, and I've shown you how I've trimmed some, and I'll trim the rest off camera so I'm not boring you to tears. Oh, I've seen the glue here going in. It's a bit warm-ish. So my glue's going everywhere. So I just wiped it on the plastic bag I have in my rubbish down here. Alright, so I'm going to just leave that for now, and we'll work out. I think that this lacy doily needs to go in somewhere. There, definitely needs to go in there. That's how many pages I got for my journal. 1, 2, no, because that's the cover, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Need a bit more, just need a bit more. 12. And I think I might work out how to use these pages, whether I use these pages and stick them on card and use them as a insert, because keep the colouring inside. An activity, I don't know. These are very old, as you can see. They're 1915 or 16, I think. So I'd like to use them somehow. I just not quite clear on how. So they just need a bit of trimming on the side here, a little bit across the top, and there's my journal. And I'll probably put some more paper from the collection itself in here as well, as another part of the journal. So I'm just going to put that to one side because trim that up later, and I'll show you that afterwards. So now that I've done that, upside down, Karen. I'll work out now which colours I want for the sides, and I might even just use with the same as what I had here. So there's a common thread, or shall I use that side to give it a bit of pizzazz? Because where's the... Probably shouldn't put my journal here. Put my journal there. I'll put that there. Yes, I quite like that, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to use that side. Just leave a bit of an edge, because I'm just creating a bit of an edge, like I do with my cards, really. I like to create a bit of an edge for my journals. Some people do it, like when they, because a lot of people use material. Got a feeling that could be a bit longer. Just do a bit longer, maybe. I had looked at my material. I don't have that much material, and I had looked at my material, and I thought that none of them really worked with this collection. So I could have used the material underneath and then put the what I wanted on top for the front, but didn't think any of them really matched with this collection. But I think I could probably use my materials for when I do the journals from scratch, which will be the next thing I'd like to try and tackle, because I've not really done the journal not using a collection, so I'd like to try and do that. And I'd actually like to try and do a journal using an altered book, but I'm a bit nervous about that one. Just going to get my cord around. I should have got it out before. Just here. Because this side is called rounded. I reckon this corner rounded was one of the first things I bought. I nearly gave it away. I'm glad I hung on to it because I've used it a few times. Because I use it a lot in my card making, but I use it in my journals. So I know I've got stuff everywhere. I just wanted to show that I think when I see lots of YouTubers are so neat and tidy, and I will have what is called ordered chaos. Not ordered chaos, but ordered stuff. Because I've got paper here, trimmer there, ruler and more scissors over there. It's just, but I know where everything is and I know how to get everything. But I like to have it all to hand, and my table is just the size of the Tim Holtz mat that way, because there is my shelving unit just there that the camera is on. And I probably just bumped you then, sorry. This is the bit where I probably should fast forward and put music on, but I don't know how to do that. Sorry. Hope you yourselves have been well, as people are still posting pictures of or showing that they've been to talk about retreats. I'm thinking that would be nice. I've never been to a retreat. Never been to one. I think generally, possibly, they don't seem to have them in South Australia. Well, I'm sorry, they do, because I think that Natalie May has them. That's not going to go, is it, Kay? Let's try this one. Natalie May has them. Natalie May Scrapbooking, who's an Adelaide company. I might just put that there, and then maybe a piece of lace there. That would work. I think she has them for a couple of days. People go. I think my problem is I balk at the cost. I just dropped something. So what am I doing? I don't need to do that. I need to trim off the bottom. Sorry, not really with it here. Just need to trim that off the bottom. Piece of paper's dropped on the floor. Oh, another one's just dropped on the floor. Sorry, hope that's not making you jump. Oh, where does it go? Where'd it go? Draw a line. I can't see it. I can see why people actually write down the measurements and you actually use proper measurements. No, I have to make them half myself by using line, what they call line of sight measures. Paper. Okay, just put that there. Work out something I'm going to put there. So have any of you been on a trip? What they like? Are they fun? I'm sure they are. Do you actually get much crafting done? I can imagine I've had days where we've had a day of crafting, and that was fun, but the people who were running that, COVID hit them, and then they weren't able to resurrect that little business, because it was like a business. You paid a fee and you got tea and coffee and buy kits, and everybody was together in one. It was fun. It was real fun, and and I got opportunity to chat to people that you knew, and got to meet people you didn't know, and that was really good fun. But COVID hit them, and I weren't able to bounce back from that at all, which is a shame. Alright, so also, I'm going to leave that for now as well. That's just not going to sit there, is it? That's going to annoy me because it's not going to sit there. Even if I put, I might do when I actually stick it down. Just put the, sorry, probably off camera then, beg your pardon. I was just trying to put this pocket down so I could do some burnishing here. I'm just going to put that down for now. And we might, I've got an envelope here that I want to decorate as well, because I'm just going to go in here as a feature, possibly like that. There's another element. Where's my? Isn't that where my journal's going to go? So it probably needs to be. Probably shouldn't have a pocket there. Then maybe. I think that's what we'll do. We'll put. We'll cut that pocket off, and you still keep it. You might end up going on the other side. See. Because it's way too big, I have to trim it down. As I say, this is a Red Shield Appeal Salvation Army envelope to be received in the mail. One of the bigger fundraisers they do for charity. I think that lots of people are looking for charities these days because cost of living's going up and everything. Okay. So I'm just gonna, I don't know what time it is. I took my clock away because my granddaughter absolutely hates the clock in my room. She says, I don't like that clock. It's very loud. I don't like that clock. Yes, I know, Bethan. I know you don't like that clock. I'm taking it out. So, where's that clock? She said yesterday. So, I've already taken it out, Bethan. It's already gone. So, I took it out because she doesn't like it. Oh, I just might keep it like that, and I just don't want to go over lots of time because there's nothing more boring than listening to people rave on. Not rave on, but go over lots of time. What am I doing? I'm doing some page work. That's what I'm doing. Doing some page work along here. Let's just do this out the way. Now that I've measured it, this piece of Stamperia paper is annoying me. Look at some of that maybe. Yes, I like that there. Or should I use that side? Oh, tough cork, eh? No, I think I like that size better. So we're going to stick that down and cut it off. Or we could stick it all the way down on that side to give that side firmness. Let's do that. Let's use my double-sided tape for that one. So was I going to use that side? Or that way? Or that way? Think, okay, how do you want this envelope to open? Usually, so you can see the thing there, and then I'm going to stick that down now, because I've cut it. So, oh, let's put some double-sided tape here. We'll quickly just do one side, and then I'll let you go, because I'm pretty sure I'm getting close to the half-hour mark, and I think that's long enough for a video. Well, one of my videos. There are some people out there who do longer videos, but they've got lots of things to see. And lots of interesting things to talk about. So, like I said, we had our granddaughter here because, like, her parents live about half an hour away. And our eldest daughter was working from home, so we look after her in the morning, and usually my husband goes down there because I'm not physically able to like spend ages outside, and they usually go to the beach or to a playground for ages, and I'm physically not able to do that anymore. Just gets a bit too much. And but yesterday we thought we'd bring her here because she hasn't been here for a while, and she likes coming here. We've been busy. Went to the playground, went on the Flying Fox, went to the shops, and we gave her 60 cents that she could buy something with. She thought that was good, and she paid the checkout person the 60 cents for the lollipop she bought from the supermarket, because we don't have anything else but a supermarket here where we live. And then we came home and spent ages making, because that's her favourite thing to do. And then we had something to eat, and she watched a film, Madagascar. She likes Madagascar. And played a few Hungry Hippo games. And then before you know it, was time to go home. It was lovely. I took her home, and that was good, because we haven't seen her for a while because she had COVID, and so it was in isolation for a while. Because she's 4, and in Australia you can't have a vaccination unless you're 5, but nobody knew that she was sick, and we had a family, my husband and I and our 2 daughters and their husbands and children. We had a bit of a get together, and she had COVID, and she stayed the night at my youngest daughter's house and gave it to their son, so he wasn't well, so he got COVID. And then he was getting better, so they were in isolation because he had COVID, and he was getting better. And then my youngest daughter came down with it, so then the children, thank heavens, were able to go back to school, which was a good thing. But she had to stay home a lot longer because of COVID. And now, so my eldest grandson didn't get it, my youngest son-in-law didn't get it. My eldest son-in-law kept on testing negative, but he was really crook, but he kept on testing negative. But they think he might have had it, but for some unknown reason he was just kept on testing negative. Nobody could quite work out why. Why is that not gluing? No, that's better. So this is the ledger paper I had in the book. That's good. And a bit more paper at the top here. Like that. So then we were all just sort of getting back into the swing of things, and then this terrible accident happened. So both my youngest daughter and her husband at home, beginning the sorting out process, because it's just probably easier that way. What am I going to put there? What do you reckon I should put there? Do I want to use any more? Probably should have used the music paper. I've got to get some more. So sorry, I'm coughing here because my lungs. I actually did take a COVID test myself on Monday because I wasn't sure. I wasn't very well. I just wanted to make sure. It was just my usual thing that I get getting, but it just seems to be happening more regularly. Alright, I'm just going to put, where did I put that? Oh no, I just cut out the white bits, and I didn't cut any map off. What a shame. I've got to cut the map off. I don't know what to put there. So I'm going to leave that for now, and I will finish decorating this envelope and put it in the journal. I know I said I was going to show you from where to go. I'll get it ready to put in the journal. I'll show you how I put it in, and get this journal sorted out. And hopefully you've liked what you've seen today, and I haven't bored you to death. I really hope I haven't. Give me a comment. Join me next time. Bye bye. Thank you very much for being here.